Imagine yourself making a ton of money and effortlessly satisfying all of your needs and desires. It's an amazing feeling. Well, guess what? If you're eager to make that dream a reality and turn your goal into a reality, then this video is your golden ticket. I'm going to reveal the secret mantra to achieve results more quickly than you ever imagined. Are you ready to change the game? Now let's get started. Let us take an exciting journey into the world of manifestation and the law of attraction. Assume you're sending vibrations into the universe, and you get results that reflect the vibrations you've been sending out. This is the working principle of the law of attraction. Your thoughts, mindset, ideas, and gratitude transmit messages to the universe. If you're sending out negativity, you are putting up a keep away sign for good things. But if you're emitting those positive vibes, you are sending a universal invitation to all the good things. Back in school, I came across the idea of manifestation and the law of attraction through a book called The Secret. Honestly, I was a bit doubtful at first. Life was tough. I had to work and study to get by due to financial struggles. Then a friend mentioned that the law of attraction works, and I thought, why not give it a shot? I started writing down my desires, like wanting more money and doing well in my studies. Nothing much happened initially, but after about 4 weeks, things took a surprising turn. Out of the blue, I got a significant raise at work, and my school results improved. Since then, I've been using the law of attraction for my desires, but it wasn't until later that I discovered the power of the secret mantra. Let us take my other example. Back in college, when I was on my exploration of the law of attraction in the field of aerospace, I had no time for stories. I was on a serious assignment with no unnecessary things, only outcomes to aim for. I threw myself into it and discovered this amazing mantra that changed my entire world. And believe it or not, it was like a meteor shower of $9,000 fell directly into my lap in only 3 days. Now, if you're more into euros than dollars, no worries, we're talking about around 9,000 euros in that short span. Yes, you heard it correctly. 9,000 euros in only 3 months. A few years back, I was determined to leave poverty behind. I started studying people who had money. Your parents, friends, and other family members may indeed have good intentions, but their financial situation may not always be the best. I learned that people who have the outcomes are the ones with true knowledge. Remember what Jesus of Nazareth said in the Bible. Forget about religions for a moment. He mentioned something powerful. You know people by what they produce, by their fruits. Now, take a look at your own life, including your daily routine, bank account, and ideas around money. I invested over $5,000 to study from rich mentors and gained a great deal of knowledge from them. Now, here is an imaginative challenge for you. See yourself being a millionaire, exactly like the others in my group who have already achieved it. A handful even make over $2 million annually. Some make over $1 million annually. It is quite possible. Now, let's dive into this special mantra, a guide for what's coming your way. I'll share a story about my friend Sam to show how thinking about good things can change your life. Sam had a tough time when he was a teenager because he was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. It was a big problem, but you know what? In about 1.5 years, he turned things around and became a champion twice. How did he do it? By changing the way he thought and what he did. Sam focused on what mattered, and his body started acting differently. Trying new things brought new results. Sam thought about why he got sick, and he figured out that every sickness has a reason. When you find that reason and fix it, poof, the sickness goes away. Sam's sickness was connected to big money problems. When he was a kid, his parents, who owned a business, went through a really tough time with money and almost went bankrupt. It caused a lot of stress to Sam and his family. The main problem in his family is that they lack abundance. Schools and universities don't teach you how to create abundance. It's not part of the regular curriculum, so you have to figure it out on your own. The question arises, why isn't this taught in education? There must be a reason. Having prosperous people isn't a priority because prosperous individuals are more free, harder to control, and better educated. Sam's story teaches us a powerful lesson about how changing how you think can make a difference in your health and your life. The most important lesson from Sam's journey was realizing that everything begins in the mind. The first and most important task is to rewire our brains. When our subconscious mind accepts something as real, it goes all out to make it a reality in our everyday lives. This rule is always applicable. When we travel back more than 30 years to an amazing test at Yale University, it's similar to a recent scientific discovery known as quantum physics. This was not your typical mental health test. It's centered on a person who had multiple personalities. Something quite unusual happened when this individual shifted between several versions of themselves. It wasn't only in their brains. It was also visible in the way their bodies transformed. But not only does your expression vary, but your eye color changes as well. And if a person went through anything traumatic and needed a scar, it will appear on their body quickly. It's almost like a true life shape-shifting situation. Although it may sound a little odd, actual scientific findings support this. We now know that everything is fundamentally made of energy thanks to quantum physics. Our ideas and feelings are ultimately responsible for shaping and changing that energy. The problem is that it requires time and is not as simple as pushing a switch. Consider your beliefs to be a slow, side-by-side journey with the way you think. It's a combination of what you believe in. By staying open to changing those beliefs, you begin a powerful journey. When your whole way of thinking transforms, guess what? Your reality can change too. You might find it interesting, but people with multiple personalities show us something amazing. When they switch personalities, it's not just a change in their thoughts. It's like a whole new way of thinking comes in. This different way of thinking can even make scars show up or turn brown eyes into blue. It's not a made-up story. It's actual proof of how strong our minds can be. So let's get going. This is the mantra for you. I'm wishing everyone well and without judgment. Guess what? $5,000 is on its way to me, and it's mine to use however I want. Big thanks to the universe in advance, and I'm focusing on good things coming my way. I'm going to be super amazed at how quickly and smoothly it all happens. I hope the money shows up in just a few hours, but definitely within 3 days. Now, change that $5,000 to an amount that feels right for you. Make it personal and believable. If $5,000 feels like too much, no worries, use $100 or $500, whatever works for you. Start small but dream big. Take a moment to write down the main idea on paper and let it guide you throughout the day. Repeat it, feel it, believe it as you move through your day. Imagine all the amazing things that could happen as you walk down the path of making your dreams come true. You have the key to unlocking a world where you're not just thinking about having lots of money and a positive mindset. It's becoming your everyday reality. When you use the special words we talked about, remember that it's not just the number that matters, but believing it and meaning it. Start with small steps, think big, and see how things start coming together. So say those special words again and again. Feel the good vibes and let them guide you to the life you've been thinking about. Your change is starting now. Let the good things begin.